everyone. This is Bill Apter for OneWrestling.com at the Apter Chat, and one of my dearest friends that I spent so many years with covering professionally and also have a fantastic personal relationship, the great Tully Blanchard. Welcome to the Apter Chat.
Well, it is great to see you, Bill, always, and especially now that I'm in New Jersey.
Yes,
and,
we are at Legends of the Ring in Monroe, New Jersey.
And the hurricane blew through, and it's a clear sky outside, and it's a new day.
It's
good to see you.
And it's good to see you too. You know, throughout all the years that I knew you, through your the days as a single wrestler to the Four Horsemen, one of the best times I always, and back in San Antonio with your dad, but one of the best times I always remember with you was when Jim Crockett Promotions used to let me host this 15-minute segment on TBS, and I did a lot of interviews back then, and we would watch films and talk over them. So now this is 25, 30 years later, so I'm going to see if he has the same answers, okay?
Oh my goodness.
So you know, Baby Doll never interfered in any of your matches?
Not that I can remember.
Not that you could remember. Okay. What about?
I'm getting older now, so it's the short-term memory thing is not there.
Unreal. I figured maybe we get some honesty. What about the use of the rest of the Four Horsemen interfering in your matches, helping you win? No recollection.
Happened?
No recollection of that either.
We might have helped Flair one time, but I don't think anybody ever helped me.
Okay. What type
I don't think they liked me very much.
I don't know. I mean, you are a very likable guy, but you had some qualities back then in the ring when you feuded with people like Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes that people did not take to you.
Well, you know, my dad told me people either really liked me or really didn't like me.
Right.
And I think most people were kind of in that other category.
What would you say, at least in the Jim Crockett Promotions days, was the pinnacle of your career?
Well, that's kind of a tough question.
It is.
Because a pinnacle would be one point.
Yeah.
But there
were many.
There were many peaks, but it was the whole movement of the Four Horsemen thing. I mean, that was a movement.
Yeah.
That you couldn't really stop. It was
right.
it was an amazing thing that may never be seen again.
Right.
In professional wrestling, and you know, to be part of that, and especially when I came in to Crockett Promotions in early 1984, business was very, very down.
Mm-hmm.
So to see it go to that much of a pinnacle was really something. And then at the same time, and you being the historian that you are, know that professional wrestling changed in the mid-'80s because of cable television, the Superstation, because of the USA Network.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole dynamic of what a territory used to be to now was, the whole nation was a territory.
Right.
And the two companies demolished all the smaller ones. Mm-hmm. Intentionally or not intentionally, it's what happened. And to be part of that and feel the impulse, you know, I mean, some of the great wrestlers that I grew up watching, Dick the Bruiser and stuff like that, I doubt that they walked through O'Hare Airport and had very many people.
Right, but once the Superstation and USA came out, you people were worldwide celebrities.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. So you got to put all that together as one pinnacle.
Okay, now I like to do this. First of all, before we get to what I was going to do, your dad, Joltin' Joe Blanchard, was one of my favorite people in the whole world. He was an incredible wrestler. He was an incredible businessman, and we lost him not very, very long ago. If you could sum up your dad's legacy, just in a little handful, what would that be? It's very hard to do.
Well, at an event my dad was inducted into a Hall of Heroes at a Legends reunion.
Greg Price's
thing, and my dad was very honored to be there. But Jim Ross said that Joe Blanchard was the only real nice promoter. And I don't know if that is. We went out of business being nice to wrestlers. So
okay.
I mean that would probably sum it all up.
All right.
You know.
Tell everybody what you're doing these days. I know, but.
Well, I am the prison director for Bill Glass Champions for Life, and I travel around the country setting up events where we go into prisons, and we take large teams of volunteers and celebrity athletes and entertainers, and we go in and share the gospel of Jesus Christ to inmates to hopefully people will grab a hold of that there is a second chance.
You know, it's amazing because J.J. Dillon, the mentor of the Four Horsemen, also wound up in the prison system, not as a prisoner, of course, but that's amazing. So before we end this, something I always like to do with people from that era, because they can turn it on like this. We're going back in time. Tonight, Tully Blanchard, you are wrestling the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, in a barbed wire match. He is watching us here right now on the Turner Network. Please look in the camera and tell Dusty Rhodes what's going to happen in your match against him tonight, surrounded by barbed wire.
Dusty Rhodes, you and I have squared off many, many times inside the squared circle. We've had cages, but rarely have we had barbed wire where you just touch it and it tears your skin. Dusty Rhodes, you are going to bleed, you're going to hurt, and you're going to look up at me and you're going to cry, "Uncle." That's what's going to happen to you tonight.
You got to be there. This is Bill Apter with Tully Blanchard. Don't miss it.